Hi there. So it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and today I want to just show you a stamp set in the mini catalog that I fell in love with, partially because if you watch my videos and my YouTube channel, you know that there's a little girl in my life. Her name is Iris, and she is my granddaughter. She's going to be 3 in February, and she is an avid, I guess you would call her, baby shark fan. Is that what they're called? I don't know. She loves Baby Shark. So when I saw this stamp set and bundle in the catalog, I just had to have it because it reminded me of Iris and all the fun things I could make for her and la-di-da. But then also I want to show you how you can take and do a technique that I'm calling double-sided stamp die cut, and I don't know, there's got to be a better name. If you can come up with a better name for it, I would love to hear it. But I'm going to show you how to do this. Let me show you a couple projects I've made with this stamp set and these dies, because wait, first, look at these dies, how cute they are. They have dies that cut out like these little bubbles. Do you see the bubbles on this page here? It also cuts out the little hat, the little bow, his mustache, this little cane, the water waves behind, this like bottom of the sea, I guess you call it, this greenery, this little handbag here, her glasses, and her hat. I mean, there is so many die cuts in here that can make fun stuff. And then not to mention the die cuts that cut out the bow, like I said, the mustache, and all the other stuff that cut out the stamp set. Right? Adorable. I think it's a great, let me show you a couple things that I've done with the, I haven't played with it too much. The cards in the catalog are way like, wow, I want to make those too. But let's go on. So we had some mystery stamping with my stamp group, or with my demonstrator friends, and I made this little bridge card using, of course, the baby shark, and then I made a grandma shark, and look how cute her little glasses are on there. Grandma shark, in fact, well, she wears glasses and she has a necklace, and these are just part of the stamp set. But look how cute. That makes a really cute card. Okay, and then this one here, this was my first one, and I had to get the whole family in there, and I had to get my granddaughter. She doesn't live, she lives a couple hours away, so I had to get her on FaceTime. Is that what it's called when you face? Anyway, and she told me that my colors are right. So with my baby shark, right, he would be yellow. And then the grandma shark is pink, or like a peach kind of colored. I use Flirty Flamingo here for her. She has the glasses and the necklace, right? And then there's Mommy Shark. She's pink. She's got the lips and the little eyelashes, another stamp in the stamp set. And then you have Daddy Shark, who is blue, and Grandpa Shark, who is green with the mustache. But anyway, like I said, it was fun calling her and just going through all of the little sharks and what colors they're supposed to be. But that's a kind of overdone, I think, card. But I had to get all the family in there. But the thing I want to show you about this card is look how in the stamp set, and let me find it here. In the stamp set, all the sharks are facing the same way. They don't have sharks facing back and forth. So that's the technique I'm going to show you, is how you can have sharks facing both ways. And then the card that we're going to make today looks something like this. Now this is baby shark. I'm going to do one that's not a baby shark. And look how I've stamped that shark so he's on both sides. And that's the technique that I want to show you today, this window card right here. Okay, so the designer series paper here is from the Whale of a Time designer series paper. It's in the annual catalog, right? And it looks like this. I love this paper. Both sides are great. But we're going to use, and I'm going to use 2 sheets of this pattern. Uh-oh, let me see if I can find, there it is, of this pattern right here. Because like I said, we're going to make this card a little bit different than the cards that I've showed you prior. Okay, let me put all this away. I'm going to cut this paper real quick and get some stuff ready. We need this to be 4 by 5 1/4, just a layer of cardstock, right? And I'm going to cut both of them at the same time because I want them to be exactly the same. So I'm going to lay it here at 4 and cut that. And then we need at 5 1/4. So make sure they're the same. Oh wait, they've moved. Let me get them here at 5 1/4. Cut those. Okay, so now I have, we'll probably put this on the envelope later, but I don't think I have an envelope here. Oh yes, I do. So we'll put those on the envelope later. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to take a piece. This is Pretty Peacock, and it's just a color that's in the designer series paper, and that's going to be my card base. Now this is 4 1/4 by 6 1/2, and then I've scored it here at 1/2 inch, and I'm going to fold that over. And so now really we have a card base that's 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, which is your typical card base. I've just cut the flap here at 1 inch because I want to take this piece, one of my pieces of designer series paper. Let me find my adhesive. There we go. And I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive here, and then make sure I have it the right way. And then I'm going to put adhesive all the way, maybe I am. Let me get, there it goes. My adhesive wasn't cooperating, all the way here. Because then when I lay this on my paper here, it lines up perfect, just like a layer, but yet that's the opening of my card. Okay, and this wouldn't be my choice. Maybe I should have picked a different designer series paper, but yeah, it's gonna work for what I want to do. Okay, then I might as well go ahead. No, I'm gonna wait and stamp on that one, but I'm gonna take this one and my die cut machine here. I'm gonna take my number 1 platform, my number 2, and my number 3. Lay my card on there, and then using my circle framelits, my circle layering framelits, let me find it here, there we go. I'm going to use these 3, and now in a minute I'll tell you which sizes they are, but I've picked a circle here, and I believe it's the third from the smallest circle, and I have this the wrong way, I want to lay it this way, but I want to cut out a little circle right here that my little shark, like on this card, can peek through, and I can't get on there, but you just have to trust me, okay? And then we're going to lay it down like this, sandwich it, and run it through the Big Shot, or the die cut machine. Sorry, I'll never stop calling my die cut machine a Big Shot. I used the Big Shot for years, and now we have a new machine, but anyway. Okay, so I've cut that, and then, and maybe I should have done this, I need to cut some of these little window frames. I'm going to go ahead and do that now too, because I want to use the same circle frame that I used to cut that out, and I have a scrap here somewhere of, maybe I do, Pretty Peacock. Where did my scrap go? Huh. Let me grab another scrap because that one has disappeared. Okay, let's see if this one's big enough. Nope. Dang it. Where did my scrap go? And of course when you're, here we go, this would be a perfect scrap. Okay, I'm gonna go, you know, in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this in half. Thank goodness I'm prepared, huh? But this way I can cut 2 at a time and you won't have to sit and watch me. But I like to cut out my outer layer first. So this is, and we'll figure out which one this is too with the layering circle dies. But I'm gonna run that through my die cut machine once. And then because it's 2 layers, I'm gonna go back through again. And I think this is the easiest way. I've seen people that cut the smaller circle first and then lay the outer side second. I can't seem to do it that way. I have to do the outside and then come in. And let's see if I have that straight. Does it look straight? You can't even see, it's not even the camera. But I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and run that through again. And because, let me see if, yeah, I think it moved. Let me go back out and I might have to get some washi tape and hold that down. But no, I think that looks okay. Let's just run it through. It might not be perfect, but that's okay. Okay, run that through. And then because it's 2 layers, I'm gonna go through and then come back. Yeah, and now my frames, I'll call them, look pretty good. And then while I'm here with my dies, I'm gonna take a circle of my layering framelits that's almost as big as my frame, and I'm gonna cut out a piece of window sheet. And I left my window sheet in the package so I can find it, because you know how I'm always losing my window sheet. Okay, this one even looks big enough, so I just have little scraps here of window sheet, and I'm gonna cut the window out. And I find it hard to believe you can see that, but you have to trust me, there is a window sheet on there that I'm cutting out. Okay, one time through, because it's just a simple layer, and I have my window sheet here, which I am going to hang on to so I can find it later. Like this. And I have my frames. I'm going to bring in my silicone mat just so I don't get glue on my work surface. And I'm gonna lay this down, making sure, because you have a good side and a bad side. So what I'll call the bad side, I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue, and I'll be honest with you, my liquid glues are almost empty. So let's see if I can get them to, I need to go open a new one. But, oop, there we go. No, fine. Give me trouble. Let's see if this one's better. I like to use my liquid glue when they're almost empty. Look how I hoard all my liquid glues. Do you do that? Okay, let's try this one. Maybe this one's, yep, here we go. Okay, I found one that has a little bit left in it. But I'm gonna just put a little bit of liquid glue here. Very little bit goes a long way. And then lay my circle down, that's the window die. Okay, bring in my card base here. And then I'm going to put a little bit more on that window sheet, a little liquid glue on the window sheet. And then lay this right over this hole here to give it that window there. I hope all that made sense. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and lay this other one on the inside of our card, or on the back of that window. Now my glue's not working again. I'm a little worried that one of these times it's going to just all of a sudden, you know how liquid glue is, it's not there, then all of a sudden you just get a big old pile. Okay, I think that's enough though. It doesn't take very much. Lay this along the back here. There we go. And then now we have that little window with the frames. There, get the, I've got a, huh. Let me see if I can use my, there's a hair in my window that I can't seem to get a hold of. There. Nope. Okay, I'll work on getting that. Oh, there. Now I got it. Okay. Now it's all better. But now we have that little window glued down into our card. Okay, so now it's time. Let's do some stamping. Okay, so I'm going to bring in that stamp set, right? And I'm going to use my Stamparatus for this technique. Okay, so we have our Stamparatus here, opening this way. I do, because I'm using the photopolymer or the clean mats or clean stamps, I'm going to use my mat. And then a piece of grid paper, and of course now, oh, and a magnet. I thought I didn't have a magnet. Now my magnet as you've watched my videos before, only holds my Stamparatus grid paper. I have a piece of sticky grid paper here from Sizzix that I like to stick my paper down with. And I have a scrap of white paper here, and I'm gonna just lay it across. Doesn't have to be perfect, like this. And then I'm gonna bring in my stamps. Now I wanna stamp the outline of that little shark for the hole in my card. And then I'm gonna do a bigger shark as just an embellishment on the inside. Whoops, and I have them both the wrong way. Like this. Okay, then I'm gonna close my plate, pick up my stamps. It's gonna stick to everything. It doesn't have to be perfect though, because, well, where's my bone folder so I can get my paper off of the stamps? There we go. And now everything moved. Okay, Kathy, it must be Friday. I thought it was Monday there for a second. Let's try this again. I'm gonna lay my paper down. Let's see if my stamps are in the right spot. They'll be close enough. Okay, now maybe my paper won't move. But with a little bit of Memento ink, and then I'm going to take my silicone mat and lay that over my paper, okay? And I'm gonna ink my sharks up here. Can you see? Yeah, you can see what I'm doing here. Oh, Lord have mercy, Kathy. And look, I've inked up the wrong side of my of my shark. It must be one of those days. So let me get my chamois here. Fix my error. Okay, this guy needs to turn around. Go this way. That's embarrassing. Okay, now we're ready. Okay, start over. Now I'm gonna ink up my stamp. That was bad. That's why I do videos, so I can show you what not to do instead of what to do. Okay, ink them up good, and then stamp them down on my silicone mat. Like this. There we go. Now I'm catching on. Right? Like this. And you notice I've inked them up a couple times. I want lots of ink on my silicone mat. Okay, now I'm going to take my paper. I shouldn't have put my paper down. I want my paper on top now. Now I'm going to just lay my paper down right here. And then I'm going to ink those up again. And I'm going to make sure they get inked up good the first time, because I don't want to take a chance that my paper is going to move. And then I'm going to just ink them down again and give them a good belly rub, or give them a good rub down. Make sure I get all of those areas. And then look, here's the other side, the back side of my paper, and then the front side of my paper. So let's put that away. Right? Is that not adorable? Bring in a piece of scratch paper. Now these sharks I'm going to just color with some basic gray ink, because I want them to be sharks, except they're really, let me let that dry just a little bit. Okay, and I'm going to color the big shark with the light gray. And these are Stampin' blends. Now I could get fancy and use the two colors together and put shadows and blend in, but I'm a simple stamper, so I'm going to just make sure my shark is gray. I'm going to make sure I miss his eye. I want his eye white. And the cool thing about the Stampin' blends, that when it dries, it won't have those, oh, look at my markers getting, this must be my old one, that's why I brought both of them in. But anyway, it won't have those marker lines in there. And I might have to come in with a different I have an old one and a new one, and this one must be my old one because he's running out of oomph. But there we go, there's my shark. And then the cool thing is, with this stamp set, you can turn him over, right? And then color the other side. And yeah, the blends show through, but it's okay because you're gonna color in the exact same spots again. Let me get the other one out and see if he's better. Oh, there we go. I should have used this one the whole time. He's full of life, look at him. Just quickly color my little sharks in. Okay, so there's my shark, my large shark, and the little shark. I'm going to color him in with the darker gray. Excuse me. I've got this dry throat. Colorado weather right now is so dry. But anyway. So there's my baby shark, or my little shark, and let me color the other side real quick. I'm not doing a very good job because I'm trying to hurry. I need to slow down and do a good job, but I hate having you sit around and watch me color, so I'm going to try to go. Well, I guess the good thing is if you're watching on the replay on YouTube, you can fast forward through this part. There we go. But now I have the two sharks completely colored, ready to go. Okay, so let's bring in our die cut machine again. All right, all my platforms are the same. And then I'm going to lay my sharks on there and bring in the die cuts. I have way too much stuff on my table and I can't find, oh, here they are. They were stuck to the bottom of my stamp raps. Okay, so then bring in those two little sharks. Lay this one on here. And this one on here. Okay, cover that up. And then run those through. I don't think they moved. And now you have sharks, look, that are double-sided. Cute, right? You could do this with any stamp that was like that. You could do that with the same, just like a punch. That would work the same way. So I think that is a really cool technique, using your Stamparatus and your silicone mat. And now to clean the silicone mat on the Stamparatus, right, you just take your chamois. Now I've taken my chamois and I've cut it down into little handleable pieces, and look how that just cleans up really nice. And now you have a clean silicone mat. And then while I'm at it, I'm gonna go ahead and just clean up my sharks too. Although the poor things are stained, I've been playing with them quite well, just a little bit, but anyway, Okay, we're all done with that. Now, real quick, while I have my Stamparatus out, I'm gonna bring in that second piece of Designer Series paper. Okay, so up here in the corner, we know that that's where, let me get rid of this, that our shark is going to be. Oh, and you know what, I'm gonna use a different stamp set, so I'm gonna get rid of my pad too. We don't need that, so I just have the plate and the grid paper. and then put my thing here. Because I want to stamp on here, I want to stamp happy birthday. So I'm going to bring in the itty bitty birthday stamp set, like this. And I want to just stamp happy birthday right here, because I want to put my big shark is going to be swimming about here. I think my little shark is about here. And so I want happy birthday. Maybe I want, oh, I think I'm going to do happy birthday above him right there. That's where I want my happy birthday. Let me move my magnet so it's not in the way. Okay, bring in another plate here. Make sure, is my happy birthday straight? Now maybe? Yeah, I think that looks straight. We're going to ink that up with a little bit of Pretty Peacock. And now the reason I really want to use my Stamparatus is because I'm stamping on designer series paper and I want it to be perfect on there the first time. I can't turn it over. You saw the whales on the back. And this way, if I don't get it how I want it, right, I can re-stamp it and make sure it's straight and everything. And the Stamparatus helps me, especially when you're stamping on designer series paper. Look how nice that looks. Okay, so that's ready for the inside of my card. I also want to stamp the front of my card. Now that I have it all positioned where I want it and stuff, I'm gonna lay it down here, hold it down with the magnet, and bring in, oh shoot, and I'm gonna use the baby shark stamp for the shark frenzy, so I need to bring in my mat again. Here we go. Lay that down. Here we go. But I think on the front here, I want to use this little do on my the front of my card. Where do I want that? Do I want it at an angle? Maybe it's too long to put there. I didn't think of that. Let's find a different saying. Let's go back to the let's see. Let's do let's celebrate you. Let's do that. Look, that fits perfect right there. Instead of that, we'll do let's celebrate you. Put that down. There's another reason the Stamparatus is great. Then you can compare and see what fits and what doesn't. We'll lay that down. See how that looks. And I even had that mat underneath that I didn't need, but I think that looks pretty good. Let's celebrate you, and then happy birthday on the inside. Let's go ahead and put this down on the inside. Let's take down my tape here. So now to get this on the inside, I'm going to take this, open my card. I want it like that. Oop. Lay this down exactly over this one. And then shut my card. There, and now when you open your card, they're identical. They look just the same. And then we'll take our little shark and put him on the inside. Like this. And now the trick to laying this shark here and not having the glue show on the window sheet is we're going to bring in our these are Stampin' Up's adhesive sheets, and I've talked about them a lot. They come in 12 by 6. There's a ton of them in here. I think there's 12 sheets in there. They're like a sticky paper, I guess you'd call it. I'm going to just pull that backing off. Wait, that side's been used. Like this, and this is where the sticky part is right here. I'm going to just take my little shark. Where did he go? Huh. Oh, heavens. Disaster. Oh, here he is right here, duh. And I'm going to just lay him on here and rub to make sure that that stick sticks to the back, and then you peel this off. And now your shark is a sticker. I'm going to just get the edges and make sure the edges are don't have the sticky like hanging off the edge. And then lay this in my little circle here. And then it looks like that. And now on the inside, you can see a little bit that it looks a little, well, you can see the adhesive, but not really. I don't know how to explain it, but it ends up looking like that. And then the sharks are looking at each other, and you have a cute little happy birthday card with the sharks. And you can, like I said, you can imagine all the different things that you can do with this technique. All the different punches, all the different stamps. It's a really fun technique. Now, so you know, I would love to be your demonstrator. I post videos here on Facebook every Monday and Friday. However, this Monday I'm going to be away watching my grandchildren, so I won't be back at 1:30 with a video. However, I will post a video on YouTube, so if you want to see my video Monday, you'll have to go to YouTube. And let me show you what I'm going to do on Monday. So Monday is all about my card class, and my card class this month is using the ice cream bundle. It's in the mini catalog. Let me show you what page that's on. It's the ice cream bundle on page, it's 45 or 47. Why can't I find it in here? Let's just look here. Yep, here it is, right here. So we're going to use this ice cream bundle for my class this month. We're going to make 2 clubs. Like I said, it's on page 49. The bundle price is $31.50 for the stamp set and the punch in the US. And we're going to make these 2 cards this month. One of them is a shaker card, and the other is just a cute stamped card. If you decide to buy my class, I'll always send you a swap. Or, I mean, not a swap. I'll send you an extra card. We used to call them a swap, but anyway. And this month, they look like this. You'll get a variety of colors. I think this card turned out really pretty. It's using the Dragon Suite, also in the mini catalog, but I'll send you this. So I'll send you all the cardstock and embellishments to make these 2 cards, which I've lost now, these 2 cards. And then I'll send you an extra card pre-made from me as part of my class. And I'll explain more of it Monday on my YouTube post then. Okay? So if you have any questions, be sure and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.